Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dying Time is here once again in the old world, and we will have the Bombastic Betties versus the Sewerwater Sallies. You are seeing here the Bombastic Betties, a new team that has joined us. These are Amazonians, so we wish them well and hope they're going to do well. And forgive me, I'm a little bit distracted here. Oh, never mind. I mean, this is our team getting ready to play. And over here we have the Sewerwater Sallies. They are returning from an earlier game, from an earlier competition. They did not do very well in that competition. They lost a number of players. A bunch of them got killed. It was a building season, a building and a dying season. And in fact, it looks like they don't even have their Rat Ogre for this game, so this is going to be kind of interesting for them. I think their Rat Ogre is currently injured. I know he wasn't killed then, but anyway, all right, on with the competition. Goblin's looking pretty as always, posing. Alright, and I believe it's going to be Sewerwater Sallies kicking off to the Bombastic Betties here. Forgive me as the cameraman is a little drunk here. Alright, so it looks like they're going to have three in the midfield, the kicker in the back, and their receivers a little closer to the front here. Trading out a few players. It looks like they're a bit indecisive, can't quite decide what they want to do. Putting a few people in the back there, having a little bit of a stronger right, which is our left at the moment. Alright, Bombastic Betties, for their first setup of this league, how are they going to do this? Oh, it looks like they're a very loose formation and didn't really need to move a lot. So, here they go. Somebody is throwing a rock from the outfield. Oh, and knocked down one of the Bombastic Betties. Oh, I couldn't pronounce her name in time. She has been knocked unconscious, though. Apparently, one of the new fans want to knock out one of the new players, and they cannot pick up the ball. Starting off with some bad luck, but they get the re-roll and are fine. All right, they're going to knock a gap into the right, using their block ability, knocking him down and continuing on. So they're off to a pretty good start. Oh, and there goes the bad luck. They've already used the re-roll, starting off some bad luck, actually. Started off kind of well, but yeah, they've been already having some bad rolls right away. Getting knocked down, getting a knockdown from an attack of theirs, and having to use up a reroll just to pick up the ball. All right, Sewerwater Sallies are coming rushing in there. And they're not going to let that slow them down. They're just going to continue on. The rush is already on to catch the ball carrier. They're meanwhile going to hold some of the players back. Can't see where there we go. So they've made a gap and they're running through that hole. However, you notice they made that gap over here on their right. And yeah, there's one of their gutter runners really getting far in there. Oh, he goes all the way into their face. Now the Bombastic Betties have a gap on their right, which is the Skaven left, so they might be able to break through there. However, the Skaven are not letting that stop them. They are rushing up forward, blocking who they can. Okay, so they recognize that. Oh, but they're just running past. They're going to leave Antianera Thrasso. They're just going to leave her behind and hope that they do not get a throw and a catch. Meanwhile, they're going to push forward on the line and do pretty well with it. And then chew on their hand. Areto Seleno. Forgive me, all you Amazon fans out there, as I mispronounce your names. Alright, now they're going to start trying to make a gap on their other side, on the left side. Even though that's where the Skaven have already shown that they're strong. Oh, however, they do make a gap there, so maybe their strategy is to become strong on both sides, regardless of where they are. They're going to hit one of them that's over on this side. And on this turn, they are definitely having better luck than they had before. But now they're going to throw the ball to the opposite side. They just made a gap on their left side. Now they're going to throw it to the right. I'm not quite sure the logic of this. They're not even going to throw it to the one that's open. And she's going to fumble the ball. And the ball is loose right there where the Sewerwater Sallies are right next to it. Okay, well, the Sewerwater Sallies, they're going to run up there and take down the former ball carrier. Alcano, she's laughing that he didn't knock her down. However, Wouldn't be laughing too hard because Logan, the lineman, is right there. He fumbles as he tries to pick it up. Fumbles with the ball. Now he has it. Now it's open. He runs right in there. Touchdown, Surwater Sallies. Is only on what, the second turn here? Oh no, that is Ratman has the ball. Ratman, na 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 Ratman. I think that's what these cheerleaders are singing at this moment. It certainly is what the crowd is singing. Ratman, Ratman, Ratman. Na 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 na. Wow, that was a fast. Yeah, that was only on their second turn. They managed to break in there and take the ball from the Bombastic Betties and get a touchdown. So, Surwater Sallies are setting up basically as they did before. The Bombastic Betties are going to set up as they... it looks like they're both setting up as they did before. I think the Amazons are just hoping that they have better luck this time. Alright, the cheering fans, the team is inspired by the cheering fans. Surwater Sallies, though, are inspired. So, once again, Bombastic Betties are having a bit of bad luck, but they're going to try to pick up this ball. And still cannot pick that ball up. They're really fumbling this turn in this game in more ways than one, and the ball is on the ground once again. The Bombastic Betties just simply cannot catch a break. Surwater Sallies are going to take advantage of that by attacking the line. They make a gap right up the center. And they open up a hole to run through. Oh, but he's going for it and he cannot quite make it. And so who is that? Oh, no, he is going to re-roll and maybe not slip. The Nibbler was on the ground, but not anymore. He gets a re-roll. He is close to where the ball is. Are they going to be able to score again this half? Oh, my God, and they've picked up the ball. Who is that? Which one is that? Wheat has the ball. I don't know why the Amazons are laughing, seeing as once again Surwater Sallies have the ball right there near the end zone. This is a disaster for this new team. I really feel bad for this Amazon team. Surwater Sallies, who did not do very well last competition, are now just wiping the floor with them. And they're going to knock this one back. That's just a humiliating thing to happen to a new team, is to get yourself beaten so badly by a team that was not doing so well before. And just stepping a little bit forward, Surwater Sallies being a little bit cautious, just in case the Amazons get the ball back. And here they come back to knock down Wheat, and they are going to get a knockdown. Wheat is knocked out, so that one is out of this half. Maybe that's what the Amazons can do, is just narrow them down. Alright, so Alcano is going to go out to protect the ball, and now they're going to start pounding on the front rather than picking up the ball. I guess they just want to make a gap first to see where they're going to go. And they are pushing forward on their left there. And they're going to push forward on their right to basically have their options open. Going to guard against, they're going to try to fill that hole. And here, they cannot pick up the ball again, Tessipit. Apparently, they put on too much hand wash before this game. Alright, and they're going to pass it. Instead of running with it, Tessipi is going to throw it to Darno. Darno is going to catch it. She is going to continue running forward, and this cameraman is just going to say, oh, and she slips on the ground. Andromeda and Anthrax is stunned. I know it's not Anthrax, but that's how I read it. Oh, they finally had it on the side of the field they wanted it, and it goes down to the ground. And it is only turn 4 so far. Now the Surwater Sallies have it. They're going to push forward and slip on the ground. This is apparently very slippery grass. That is Spot has dropped the ball. The ball is right, literally midfield, and it's going to tumble a little bit towards the Bombastic Betty's side of the field. All right, Bombastic Betty turn. They're going to use their blitz right away to make a gap there on their left, and they do so. They have opened up that part of the field. They're going to go to protect. Now she's going to go back. Yes, she's going to go get that ball. And finally picks it up. Somebody can pick it. Who is this hero who can actually get the ball? Acantha. Antibrote, their best player so far, and now she's going to go to protect, although she does not have a fully protected box. They're going to bring some more up here. Tessapile. And they're going to pick on some rats here in the center. Stitch is injured. Now taking down some of those rats. Somebody brought the rat poison here. Oh, and one of them is going to get knocked down by a poke to the eye. Tina Thrasso has been stunned. Alright, on to the Sewer Water Sallies. They don't have a lot of people over there to protect, so there's a big gap for this Bombastic Betty team. But they're going to send a gutter runner over there to guard. They are very fast. It doesn't look like they're over there, but you know, with a Skaven, you can never rule them out. You can never like figure, oh, they're on this side of the field so they can't get through. So they are going to send as many of their rats over there, and in terms of going for it, oftentimes they don't need to, but this time they may need to. Then this has been a very slick field. Oh, and now they're going in for the blitz. They're going to get it. They're going to go all the way in there. And there's a block. They both knock each other back, so the blitz has been used. They will not be able to get the ball down this particular turn. However, they are really boxing them in. Oh, but they don't box them in the back because of the slick field that I've been talking about. So it goes back to the Bombastic Betties. They are rather, you know, it looked kind of bad for the Skaven, but they now have kind of, they haven't really boxed the Bombastic Betties in, but they have successfully kind of blocked them from making forward movement at the moment. In fact, that wall is really going to make it difficult for them. So what are they doing? They're attacking the center. They're going to try to make a gap in there, apparently. Actually, this might work because then they can take the ball back here and they have a guard. They already have a box prepared, actually, if they can get the ball over to there. Oh, but they're not going to do that. They're just simply going to, they're going to double up on what they're doing. Oh, she's going to hand the ball back to Ankenthro, I can't pronounce her name. Anyway, but she's a little further back, and the camera person is not going to continue forward. Alright. So apparently they're just going to keep the ball back there while they beat up the Skaven where they are. Now here's a problem because the Skaven Salacious, who's right next to her, has suddenly gotten up, and now they're going to go around for the tackle, but they get knocked down. And it turns over to the Bombastic Betties. That could have been disastrous. They could have taken her out by pushing her into the outfield, or out of bounds, basically. But in not being able to do it, now she is still there. She still has the ball. They have created a wall for them. All they need to do is get Beethoven out of the way, and they will be able to run it towards the infield. They're going to knock down one of them that's over here. Probably not the best move because they really probably should get rid of Beethoven. But okay, they're going to put him in position. And this one's going to get rid of him. She's going to knock him to the side. And now they have a gap open. Trispy can go running. She goes right along the outfield or by the side of the field. She's not to the end zone yet. That is a dangerous position because she has no blockers. And she is right next to out of bounds. But they are guarding a lot of those Skaven in there. So hopefully those Skaven will not be able to slip out. And the Bombastic Betties will get themselves a touchdown. So they're going up there trying to get into position to guard. Here we go. Here's one coming to go. Well, she's going to at least guard against Beethoven here. So he gets loose, though. Gets loose and protects against Tessapile's run. And here comes... Oh! Tessapile is going to knock down Baldy, and Baldy is dead. She knocks him down, and he is out of this game, out of future games. He's out completely. And now it goes to Bombastic Betties. All she has to do is slip out from away from Beethoven and get the touchdown, but she's going to first go and take down Beethoven. And it's a double knockdown. She does take down Beethoven, but they lose the turn. Beethoven is stunned. This is stunning. The Bombastic Betties came so close to being able to get a touchdown, but their luck has been just hurting for them, and we go to the end of the half. That is just absolutely heartbreaking. Bombastic Betties so close to getting a touchdown, and that just had a bad first half. Well, hopefully they'll be able to come back, and we'll be able to see a strong team for this and the rest of the season. Their coach has given a talk to them, told them they can do this. They need to do this, Their fans are counting on them, and their fans may just kill them if they don't. So, anyway, they're going to set themselves up close to the front. They're not leaving too much in the backfield, but they do have a couple of them back here to protect. The Sewerwater Sallies, meanwhile, are doing a couple at the front. Actually, they're kind of confident. They have a lot near the front there. They're not holding anything back, but of course, because the Bombastic Betties didn't put much on the line, so they can get up there pretty closely. Alright, and so they're putting their Storm Vermin closer to the front, near the flanks. And another fan is throwing a rock. Find that person! Man, there's somebody who does not like the Amazons, who keeps throwing rocks at them. But they seem to keep thinking it's funny for some reason, so... Alright, ball's up midfield, and lands on the Sewerwater Sally right. They're going to go pick it up. Ratman has the ball, and he's going to continue forward. He's the one who ran for the touchdown last time, so he's pretty confident that he's going to get something this time. Alright, so now they're forming the box around him. And this one's going to knock one of them out. The Riddler is going up there to knock one of the Bombastic Baddies back. And going, oh, okay, there we go. That was, Baldy was forming, wait, Baldy? I thought Baldy was killed. I don't understand if that's maybe zombie Baldy or what. Anyway, alright. And, oh, they go for one of the passers going out, or, yeah, one of the catchers going out and did a going for it move, and in the re-roll manages to make it. Now the Bombastic Betties are going to go try to protect against the other catcher. Gonna knock Salacious back. Arsip Star Reader doing that one. Doing the blitz. Oh, and Bombastic Betty, bad luck once again. Maybe that's what Bombastic Betty partly stands for, is Bombastic Betty, bad luck. They had to use their last reroll just to stun Logan. And now another double deck knockdown. However, Nibbler has been injured. Maybe if this game can last long enough, maybe the Bombastic Betties can wind up with a just by attrition taking out the Sewerwater Sallies. All right, Sewerwater Sallies are going to try to push down the field with the members of their box. They're going far to the right and getting knocked down. Spot is stunned, and now there is an opening for Bombastic Betties to go take down, oh, what's his name, Ratman. They're going to start with the opposite side of the field. And they're going to use their, that's curious, they're using their, blitz action on the opposite side of the field where the ball carrier isn't. And they're not even going to follow him up. So that was kind of a curious move there. Now they're going to move around to that side of the box to stop the guards there. They had a golden opportunity here, but they really kind of lost it with the... oh, you know what? I mixed up. They didn't use their last reroll before. Sewerwater Sallies are the ones without a reroll. Bombastic Betties still have two, so they may be able to do a few more things here. However, it was rather head-scratching that they did not use their blitz action to go after the runner. He's not completely wide open, but he is open on his right. Now he's going to go take advantage of that, run forward, and being a gutter runner, he gets a lot of movement there. Oh, he's even going to pass it. Ratman on to the touchdown. He threw it to Beethoven, who got the touchdown. He'll write a symphony in there. That is their second one. Things are looking kind of bleak for the Bombastic Betties. This game has been difficult enough for them with the bad luck and everything, but this is now suddenly much more challenging because they have to answer back 2 points just to tie this thing. I tell you, the Skaven have come alive now. Last season they did not do anywhere near this well, and now you see them really coming out, really coming alive. Although in some ways they are taking advantage of a team that has just plain had bad luck. And here comes the kickoff. Apparently the Bombastic Betties like it because they're laughing about it. And Tisapile goes back for the ball. Alright, and they're gonna send their players up to find a gap somewhere in the Skaven line. They're gonna knock back Logan. Logan's stunned, and now they have a gap on their left. Gonna create another one sort of on the right. Actually, they're both about equidistant. They're not directly on the sideline, but somewhat near the center. Aiden Sinop is injured. But they have not taken any deaths so far. So far in terms of the death count, Sewerwater Sally's is behind. And the Sewerwater Sally's already running in there. That gutter... Ratman has got to be their MVP this game, because not only has he scored a point, but he is always the one in the faces of these Amazons. And they're sending people over to protect against the runner going out for a pass. And they're blocked. They are not going to be able to go in there and make another gap on the left side. So, Bombastic Betty's a little bit stronger on their right, although their left is pretty good as well. So they're going to create a gap there on the far left. Knockdown spot. C spot, fall. Fall spots, fall. Alright, wow, they really want to protect against Riddler. And the pass is coming from way down. They did not run first. They just passed it over. I'm not sure why they didn't run it. And the ball goes to the ground. Andromeda was not able to keep hold of the ball. And, of course, Beethoven is right there ready to get it. And he comes up, picks up the ball, and runs it. Is he going to go in for another touchdown? It is another touchdown, Ratman! Wow, he has really been all over this field. I mean, I tell you, these Bombastic Betties, they can't even predict where the Skaven are going to be from moment to moment. You have the ball in one place, you think, oh, they're going up one direction. No, they're suddenly in another direction. All they need is one little gap. The rats just need a little hole to scurry through, and then you've got a rat problem. The crowd is going wild. This is supposed to be Bombastic Betty's crowd, but they've really turned on them, and they are cheering for a lot of rats. And get the ref! They don't like the ref for some reason. I guess the fans here just don't like any of their own people, so they're cheering against their team. They're throwing rocks at them. They're attacking their own ref. It's just a bad place to live. This is just I never knew the Amazon rainforest was just a bad neighborhood. Must be why the rent went so far down. Alright, so gap is made center to right. I mean, at this point, it's just to kind of mitigate the humiliation, because they have definitely lost this game already. And a double block. They knock against each other. She continues on into the center. And she's gonna once again, or they're gonna once again give it to Tisapile, who is not gonna. That's weird. They created a protection area way over there in the center, and then she ran away from it, and then now she's just randomly throwing the ball around. You know, at this particular point, I think that the Bombastic Betties have realized they're losing, and so they've made this a practice round. They've decided, all right, well, let's practice our blocking, let's practice our knocking people around, and we'll practice our passing. That way, next game, maybe we'll be able to do something. But right now, I think they've just given up on this game, because you can see, once again, now, Ratman, as always, is right there by the ball. And gonna hit her right in the back. She's gonna feel that in the morning. knocking away the last of the Amazons who could do something. And we go to the Bombastic Betties. Going back to the same ones, going back to Tessa Pyle. Cannot pick up the ball. She's being interfered with by Ratman. And so she gets the ball this time. She's going to throw it to her teammate. It's going to get some interference and fall to the ground right next to her, right by Ratman as well. Oh, this has just been a really bad time for them. And now the blitz action is going to go into Tessa Pyle. Taking her down. And Ratman once again with the pickup and into the end zone and a touchdown. 0-4. I have not seen a score like this in all my commentating of Blood Bowl. I've seen Elves versus Skaven or something like that where both teams are getting a lot of points. Wow, I've never seen one getting shut out as badly as this. This is a bad first showing for the Bombastic Betties. I really feel bad for them. A lot of it has been just bad luck. A few bad calls. I'm not quite sure why, like for instance that last play, why they didn't run up to where their protection was. But again, I think at a certain point they went, you know, luck's so much against us, let's just practice so that we're not a newbie team anymore. Alright, they're just putting one person in the backfield this time. Like I say, I think they've kind of checked out. Good snap. Yeah, it's not even, you know, they're just like taking a couple steps forward. Oh, I guess they only get a couple, okay. Oh, they get to move all of their people even when they're being covered, alright. And the ball bounces to a stop. Time for Tessa Pyle to get it down. She's figuring out how to pick this ball up. Oh, and she's passing. She really likes to pass for some reason. Even though they don't have that much else, or even though they have other things they could do with them, I guess they just enjoy passing the ball. Or again, they are probably practicing. You know, like the beginning when you see people warming up for a game. They're practicing the throw and the catch. And roundhouse kick takes Penguin down. They have a gap there. There's a sort of center left with a lot of protection. And now, with this takedown, they have a pretty large gap there, so they should be able to run through there in their center. However, now, once again, the Skaven, you know, you expect, during your turn, you set yourself up, you believe that you have it all set up, and then suddenly the Skaven completely change everything. Because they can move so far, they're forming their own box around the Amazons. Now down to the last turn of Bombastic Betties. Cannot really do anything effective, but maybe they can get a little revenge. Wheat is stunned. They're gonna knock one of these in the back out of the way. And they have cleared the way, and so the one with the ball is running forward, but she gets tripped up on the way there. So that ends just a bad first showing of the Bombastic Betties. I feel really bad for them. The luck has just not been on their side, although they do need to learn some of the strategies here. But let's look at these statistics. Stillwater Sallies, you'd think that they lost the game with how little ball possession they had, but they didn't need it. Every time they got the ball, they just ran it in. Well, actually, statistics. Let's continue with these. It says 0 deaths sustained, but it said earlier that Sir Arzelli's, there's a mistake. I guess they misdiagnosed it. They said that they had sustained a loss, but apparently they did not die. Reports of Baldy's death are greatly exaggerated. All right, SPP Nibbler. Wait a second. Here we go. Lineman Nibbler is their MVP. Really? Then, even though he got injured, I guess he got the Purple Heart. The Seep, I can see that. The thrower, she's the most valuable player out of a bunch of players who didn't do very well. She did drop the ball a lot, but she probably learned a lot and is going to be one of their more important players. So keep on watching for her. Nibbler, I do not understand. Nibbler got 5 points. Ratman got 10 SPP. Why would you give the MVP to the one who got the less amount? Maybe there's something about if they won before or something. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, 3 to Beethoven, 2 to Penguin. There are your dice rolls. So anyway, that'll do it for us here. We're going to end it. And hopefully we're going to see some better gaming in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to see more. And happy gaming, everybody.